Nation, welcome to another episode of the Raider Nation's Weekly Wire. We're back together again after my boy here went on a well-deserved vacation. Chris, how you doing, my brother?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm definitely I'm rejuvenated. It was a much needed.
Yes.
And just like I was telling you, man, being in Ohio, you know, at this time of year it gets nice and cold, the snow starts. You know, I had to get on the plane, man, and get some sun and some sand in my toes, man. So it's been good.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah. I actually, I'm not gonna lie, brother, I missed you because you know, there was these weeks where not necessarily for the recording aspect, but just for the knowledge aspect, because there's been so much happening within the Raider Nation, which basically is nothing. But it's kind of I needed to talk to somebody about what's happening because everybody's dumbfounded. You know, no one is understanding why we are in the position that we are. Where is this coming from? Is there internal turmoil? Is there some cockiness? What is it? We don't know, and that's what I want to talk about today. Because these past few weeks, it's been horrendous with the nation, with having to sit through these games where they should have been winnable, but yet somehow, some way, they just lose. Yeah. May it be coaching, may it be quarterback play, may it be play calling, you know, just so many variables, and we're stuck with the aftermath. We're stuck just having to deal with this and asking ourselves why this is occurring. But before that, I wanted to let the Raider Nation know that I've been thinking of different ways of seeing how I can, I don't know, make myself feel better, you know, and because, you know, these losses are just too much, man. You know, so I heard that there's what is that thing called? Shopping therapy or what do they call that when you go buy stuff? Yeah. You know, for therapy. So I was like, you know what? Let me go get some new Raider gear, right?
There you go.
Maybe that'll make me feel better, you know, because, you know, I got this nice hat. But this ain't it, though. This ain't it.
Not it?
Oh, no. I bought this when we were hanging out at the home opener.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I bought another one. Check it out. Let me see. Got it over here. I hear it's the latest. It's the latest in Raider fan gear. Check it out. What do you think? You like it?
Sign me up. Does it come in all sizes? I think I got
man. One size fits all.
One size.
So yeah, I got this little bad boy, you know. So I'm thinking I'm gonna rock it this weekend over in Vegas. Whoa,
it.
Let me take it off this. But yeah, man. So you know, I got me some what do they call that? Retail therapy or whatever they call that. So you know, I got me a new hat, and then I was thinking, okay, how the hell can I, as a Raider fan, help the team win, right? So I was like, man, you know, what can I do? I can't play football. I'm too old. And
well, hey, honestly, did you see that offensive line?
Yes.
Don't ever say you can't play football. If those guys are on contract, you surely could get a contract, man.
Hey, that's
you
true.
Surely can.
Maybe one game, I'll be good. But so, you know, I was looking around. I asked Jeeves. I don't know if you remember that from the internet way back in the day. I was like, how can a Raider fan like myself help the players on the field? So Ask Jeeves hooked me up, sent me some links, and I was like, all right, cool. And they told me, what was his name? There was this new character that the internet sent me to purchase.
Yeah.
And his name is, what's his name? Losing Streak Louie.
Losing Streak Louie.
Yeah. And what Losing Streak Louie does is that he takes all the negativity and pours it on the other team.
Okay.
And the reason that happens is because he's a voodoo doll.
Okay. Let's go.
So now we got our little Raider voodoo doll.
Let's go.
Losing Streak Louie.
You got to stab him, poke him? What do you do?
Yes, sir. So this week, Raider Streak Louie is going to take the place of the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
All right. So I got a pin for you. Where do you want it? Head, body, heart, legs.
You know, let's just do it in the leg. Do it in the leg. You know, okay. I don't want to go straight for the head because I'm born in Ohio. So
all right. So
there you go.
Got yours in the leg.
There you go. Where's yours going?
I'm going in the arm.
In the arm.
Because they are going to use. So let's hope that Losing Streak Louie takes those losses.
Let's go, Losing Streak Louie.
Takes down the Brown.
I mean, if this doesn't work, I don't know what will, man. This is our last hope.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Losing Streak Louie.
So he's going to be joining us from now on.
I love it.
But yeah, man, I've been doing a little shopping. You know, see what we can do.
A new hat, and a new companion. I love it.
Yes, sir. But not in all seriousness. This season in general has just been horrendous. It's not, well, at least not for you, because you've told us from the get-go, you know, that this wasn't going to be a good season. And unfortunately, I didn't want to believe it because of the tenure that our coaching staff had, some of the pickups, and I believe the hype a little bit on Geno, you know, based on his previous season. So I was a bit hopeful. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid like, oh yes, you know, it's going to be a playoff season. But, you know, I definitely thought it was going to be better than what it is. I definitely thought it was going to be better than what AP put out there, because AP, he was a rookie. He didn't know better. And now having these gentlemen that have years and years of football knowledge and experience, and like how you mentioned, they probably forgot more football than we will ever know. I thought that, okay, they're going to bring it. They're going to show us, maybe not, you know, be a playoff caliber team, but at least show us some positivity. Yeah. And I have not seen it. I haven't. And it seems like week after week, there's a different team on the field.
Yeah.
You know, some teams some weeks they're just horrendous. Other weeks, they seem like they're trying, and then they come back. Can you explain, or do you see, at least in what you think is happening with the team? Why is there so much inconsistency?
Well, I mean, I think, for one, it starts just at the top. I mean, I just think everyone's not on the same page.
Right.
You know, I think that's what it is. I think, you know, the front office, the coach, even the assistant coaches, you can just tell they're not on the same page. There is no real consistency. You know, you hear one coach or you hear Pete talking about, hey, he wants to, you know, run the ball and feed Genty the ball, and then Chip, you know, wants to go the first 3 quarters only running the ball a few times, you know, a couple times. So, you know, like it's just little stuff like that, man. It's like no one's on the same page, no cohesiveness. I mean, the guys look lost out there. Like if you look at that offensive line, I mean, guys running into each other, missing blocks, running the wrong way. It's just, you know, it's bad, man. It's just bad football all around. It's just nobody knows what's going on, and it's just, you know, it's like a chicken with his head cut off. It's just bad.
And see, what I don't understand is there's, in every position other than obviously the owner, there's always some hierarchy, somebody you have to report to, and somebody that would drop the hammer on you if you're not doing right. What's happening there? Because obviously it's Mark Davis, and then what's the general manager's name? Spytech, right?
Spytech, yeah.
And then it's Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, yeah.
And then it's coordinators, right?
Yeah.
Is there, from my gut feeling, is that Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly are at odds, because they're both individuals of, I guess, experience and I don't know, they've been winners in the past, so they're cocky, I'm assuming, and they can't come together because they both have to be right. So in a situation like that, I would think that Spytech shouldn't he like jump in there and try to quarrel this situation, or, you know, make the situation at least manageable for the season?
Yeah. No, those are all great call outs. You know, it's tough because when you hire someone like a Pete Carroll, who again, has forgotten more football than a lot of us know.
Right.
Yeah, he's a head coach, but the thing is, if he really wants something, he's gonna get it. Like you don't hire a Pete Carroll and just kind of just give him and just like make him deal with whatever you give him. Like, you're gonna make sure he has a say in all parts of the operation. So you have that piece. And then on the flip side, you have a GM, which ultimately should be the person that Pete reports to. But this GM is a rookie GM who's never done it before. So he's learning on the fly as well. So, it's like that thin line of, I report to you, but hey, I've been doing this a long time. I know how to, construct this team. I want to win now. Whereas the GM's like, he has to think of it holistically. Like, I got to put this team in the best position to win and sustainability within the win. So, he's thinking about the future. He's thinking about 2-3 years down the line. Pete, as old as he is, he ain't got that to think about. He's like, we got to win now. So it's like two different philosophies. So, and there was a report that was basically saying that they were kind of at odds on how they handled Jacoby Myers, whereas Pete wanted to keep Jacoby, whereas, the front office, they wanted to get rid of him and trade him away and stuff like that to get more draft picks. So it's just like no cohesiveness. Guys they have their own philosophy. And then you got Chip Kelly. He's the highest paid coordinator ever.
With $6 million,
yeah,
right?
something like that. Yeah, so he's the highest paid coordinator of all time. So he's making a lot of money. So even then, Pete Carroll is not an offensive coach. He's more of a defensive minded guy. That's what he's grown up, on the defensive side of the ball. So it's almost like Chip's like, hey, I'm the highest paid. This offense should be mine. Well, is it really yours? Because now Pete Carroll don't let you pick your own offensive line coach. You got to have my son as offensive line coach. So it's a whole bunch of like, it's like who like the chain of command. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's bad. It's bad.
It is. It just seems like no one is in control.
Yeah.
Like, there's what's that saying? There's too many chiefs, not enough Indians type situation. Where everybody thinks they're right, but nobody communicates with each other to try and make the whole situation right.
Yeah.
And who's the one that suffers? We do.
We do. Yeah, because we're paying our hard-earned money to watch this trash on TV or in person.
Well, no, and then even so, I don't remember if it was this show that I mentioned this, but the Raider Nation right now is in a very delicate position because the hardcore fans are going to be there throughout, regardless, win, lose, or tie. We're in it. We're in it. But then there's those transition fans which are barely coming on to the fandom that they want to be part of something that's a winning pedigree.
Yeah.
But the Raiders aren't giving them that, so they're not really participating. They're not really showing up. So it's making it very difficult to keep these people motivated to be fans. And I knew that by the first quarter of the season, if we didn't have at least a somewhat of a, I don't want to say a winning record, but a positive record.
Yeah,
we were going to lose them.
You can forget about it.
We were going to lose them, and now it's done, man. From
no, absolutely. You can forget about it. And the thing is, and it's such bad timing because we've been in Vegas for how many years? About
2020.
Yeah, about 5 years, man. So the key to when you go to a new city, you got to start winning because you got to be able to get those homegrown fans, man. That's there. There are so much other things to do in Vegas, man. So like, if you're not putting a good performance out there, you could do so many other things, man. So those guys, those people that live in Vegas, they're not worried about the daggone Raiders, man. There's so much other things to do. And then you're depending on people from Cali to come, make that trip to Vegas. People like yourself, you're very die hard, but You know, I'm sure you're at the point where it's like, hey, you know, I'll go on this family trip and I may go on a couple more, but you're like, hey, I'll sell these tickets, you know, and it's like, you can't blame you. Like, you can't blame you. You can't blame any other season ticket holders, because it's like, this team is not giving us something that is worth even our time. Like, you know, so that's where it's at.
The crazy thing outside of the negative effect as a fan, like you were mentioning, as a season ticket holder, it hurts, man, because I would want to go to these games, but I don't have that motivation anymore.
Right.
And then I try to sell the tickets and I can't even make my money back.
You lose money. Exactly.
And those tickets aren't cheap. Even though they're cheaper than the resale cost, but they're still not cheap, man. And we're not made of money over here.
Yeah.
You know, we have to budget and scrounge in order to be able to purchase these tickets.
Yeah.
But, you know,
and that's crazy, you know, and that's crazy. Like, you got to take a loss, you know, with these tickets because the team's so bad.
Right.
And it's, you know, and the thing is, probably next year, you know, just because how business is, it'll probably be more expensive. They'll mark it up even more, you know? So it's like,
the tickets actually just went up.
Yeah. You know, and it's like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But, you know, I'm not very hopeful for the rest of the season. You know, I'm still going to support 100%. Yeah. I'm gonna be a Raider fan, be a member of the Raider Nation, support the Raider Nation more than anything. But just, I guess it's time to start looking into the draft. You know, see what players are out there, what players we have that we should keep, what players we have that, you know, need to go. The one that really concerns me, other than obviously the quarterback position, our special teams have always been, and we talked about this in the past, our special teams have always been good. We've been great at special teams, and all of a sudden we're garbage throughout.
Yeah.
Do you think that the situations with Carlson was because of the special teams coordinator, or do you think Carlson is just kind of, you know, on his way out?
I mean, I just think he's not playing that. I mean, he's missing, you know. You know, I'm not gonna blame that on the coordinator, because, you know, if you remember, like, Carlson, when he first I forgot where he got drafted or where he started, because he got drafted out of Auburn. Well, I forgot where he was at first, but he struggled there. You know, he struggled when he first got drafted, and, you know, then when we got him and he started playing well, you know, he went on that little streak where he was one of the best kickers in the league. But, you know, it almost seems like he's having some of those focus issues that he was having early on, you know, when he first got in the leagues. He's definitely capable. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna put that on the coordinator, not that.
So then it's just basically him, kind of on the downslope of his career, you feel?
No, I just think he just has to get the focus back. You know, focus, confidence. You know, I think he can get it back. But again, you know, we don't know how it is inside that locker room. We don't know how it is. You know, like it might just be, you know, a culture where it's just like, whatever, man. Listen, we're just getting this paycheck, and, you know, who knows? You know, losing affects everyone differently, and it's just like, yeah, it's like some people are just like, when you just lose all the time, it's hard to stay engaged.
Yeah,
you know, maybe that's it.
It's kind of like right now, as a Raider fan on social media, everything I post, there's always individuals like, well, the Raiders suck. You know, your team sucks, and what am I gonna say?
You can't.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. You know, you're right. There's nothing that you're saying that is not true.
Yeah.
You know, I can't argue against it. I can't say, hey, well, you know what? We got robbed. No. Most of our losses have been due to our own fault.
Yeah.
You know, our team just making mistakes or whatnot, but you can't do anything.
No.
You know, and then the whole issue with Geno Smith. You know, I'm like over this dude already. You know, I don't understand. At first, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Yes, the offensive line is garbage. He doesn't have any protection. We got to give him the opportunity. But he's not even trying to do anything for himself.
Yeah.
He's not trying to scramble. He's not audibling. He's not doing anything. He's just making every mistake that he shouldn't. And Can you like help us understand what frame of mind you feel he's in to continue to play the way he does? Because if I'm getting pummeled continuously, man, I'm gonna do something. Or if I can't get a play done, then I'm gonna start trying to do plays that will give me forward progress, that would give me the opportunity for play action, that would give me, the opportunity to throw a long ball to Tucker or something. What do you think is going through his mind?
Well, the thing is, see, I've never really been a big Geno fan anyway, so I was one of the last that kind of was like excited about him, because the main reason that kind of got me to be like, okay, he may be okay, was, how excited Max was when we got him. Max was very fired up when we got Geno. And I actually kind of let him talk me into like, okay, Geno may be the guy, when he was talking about it on his podcast and just different interviews and pressers. So I was like, okay, a dog recognizes another dog, so I'm like, I'm a rock with him. But, when we first got him, it's on record. I was not enthused about it. I wasn't hype about it. When the rumors were that we were going to get him, I was not on board with it, but it is what it is. But, the main thing with him is he has at least shown he could play some good football in the National Football League. He's done it. But I really just I'm not a fan of Chip Kelly. Everyone has regressed since Chip Kelly got in the building. They're talking about, I think, statistically, as far as the amount of points we're putting up is the worst since, I think, Jamarcus Russell. One of his years. It's like, I mean, we're over here we were over here comparing it to the Jamarcus Russell days, man. So it's like, I've always thought Chip Kelly was a fraud. He's probably hard to work with, man. Because again, like you said earlier, he's one of those guys. He's a know-it-all. He's always been known to be kind of arrogant and cocky. Doesn't. I don't know. So it's just bad, man. It's bad. And as much as I want to just only finger point at Geno, I don't think the team's helped him at all.
Not at all. No, because he's shown some good play in some game.
Yeah.
So, and this is something like, I guess, a little side topic I also wanted to talk to you about is because I've seen that, and that's usually like him playing better. It usually happens when the offensive line protects, when they actually make a play where they actually do what they have to do, and they hold the defensive line, and he has that time. So then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, then for the draft, do we really need to start looking for another quarterback, or should we start bolstering our offensive line? Because the way I see it in my mind, and again, I'm not a football mind, I think if we have enough protection, if our offensive line is stout, you can place any mid to upper quarterback and they will succeed.
He can get the job done for the most part.
Right? Because we saw that time and time again with Tom Brady. Even though Tom Brady was an excellent quarterback, but his offensive line made him even better. Because they would protect him. So I was thinking, I'm like, then instead of like focusing on trying to get a new quarterback, which from what I hear, it's slim pickings this upcoming draft.
Yeah.
Should we start looking more into the offensive line and give Geno that, I guess, last opportunity, because he's still under contract, to show us what he has. What do you think?
No, you're spot on, man. I'm at the point I really don't want to get a quarterback in the first round this year.
Right.
I want to get best player available, but then I definitely want to focus on the line. You're right. It don't matter who we have back there. We could get, I won't say Mahomes, but like, if it was, a CJ Stroud or whatever, like, I mean, he wouldn't do good with our, like, it doesn't matter, and I don't think, and we don't have the weapons. We don't have no receivers for them to throw to. I mean, we have Bowers. Besides that, I mean, Tucker, Tucker hasn't really done anything. Thornton hasn't done anything. Michael Mayer, he's up and down. Don't really. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, you have no weapons out there. So Geno's literally just out. I mean, and again, he's not playing well at all. So I'm not giving no excuse for Geno, but I mean, you have nothing around you, man. So, Genty can't do anything. I think he's averaging, the least yards per carry in the league, or he's up there or whatever. So it's tough, man. It's tough, but yeah, getting another quarterback, that's not going to fix our problems.
Right.
You gotta get the weapons out there. You got to get him a line, because if not, this is going to be like how Cam Ward is with the Titans. Cam Ward has all the talent in the world, but no line. He has no weapons, and he's just running for his life. All that's going to do is kill his confidence, man. You don't want to do that to a young quarterback,
especially a young quarterback coming in and having that high expectation,
right? And
not having that protection enough to give him that confidence to say, you know what, I can excel at the NFL level,
right?
So, but yeah, no, I definitely hope that when we get to that position, we don't go chasing a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody thinks is going to happen. We're going to chase that quarterback instead of bolstering our offensive line, and obviously defense and wide receivers and everything else that we need, because we definitely need everything.
Yeah.
But in order to give our quarterback a chance, I think we need that protection for him.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, man. I don't know, man.
It's tough.
The only thing I think that again keeps me going is knowing that we are representatives of the Raider Nation on social media, and we just have to keep going and show Raider Nation that we are not the Raiders. We are Raider Nation.
Right.
We are going to be there throughout. If the team isn't for us, we're going to be there for each other. If the team doesn't produce, case in point, this past there was a huge tailgate done by Shorty. Salute Shorty. Great setup, drinks, food, the whole nine. He knew that the schedule, it was what it was, but he still went through with it anyway. Why?
Yeah.
Because he wanted for the Raider Nation to enjoy themselves. Next week, Raider Crusaders, Lorenzo is doing the big party here, the LA Takeover Part 2.
Yeah.
Our record, just our record here in Los Angeles, we've never won. Well, I think we've won once, but it was the COVID year or something. But we've never won. Yet he's still doing this party, not because of the team. It's because it's for us, the Raider Nation, to enjoy ourselves. To recharge our batteries with our own fan energy. So those are the only things that I guess keep me motivated, because our season's done, that the team's basically just going through the motions, and and then, hey man, I get to sit here with you, talk ball with you, pick your brain. That's definitely a plus. And then also now our man here,
losing streak
Louis, that's right. So he's going to be joining us from now on, and we'll see how he turns out. Hopefully he gives us a win this week. Not that it's
but the thing is, it's like, and then it's like we get into this little weird gray area. It's like, now, I mean, how much do we want to win? And it's like, yeah, we always want our team to win, but at this point, these games are meaningless. Let's try to get the best draft pick as possible.
That's true.
So it's just one of those things, man. Because just being down one draft pick, you can lose out on a star player.
Yes.
We've seen it so many times. That's how we end up with a Tyree Wilson instead of someone else. So
yeah. At this point, it's like, damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Right.
If we win, it might feel good for a little while, but we're gonna feel the effect later when the draft occurs. But if we lose, we're gonna feel even worse that we're feeling now.
Right.
But maybe we pick somebody, and then see. Okay, let's say even if we pick the number one pick.
Yeah.
Are we gonna pick a good player?
That's a whole nother level to it. It's like, like no matter where we pick, we always seem to miss no matter what. So it's like,
exactly. So it's there's no confidence in any which way we see
of it. Yeah.
And I like I said, the only thing we have is us, man. The term I've been using as of late is "we all we got," meaning the Raider Nation. We all we got. But all right, Chris. I don't want to continue poking the bear.
Poking the Louie.
Yes, sir. But let the Raider Nation know where we can find you, brother. And just what you got going on.
Yeah, man. Definitely check me out. Chris will Protect the Show podcast. The main thing I'm doing right now is just, with my guys on the Raider War Room, with my boy 805 Raider and my brother, the Severe Raider. So we're on every Wednesday and every Sunday after the game, man. So again, we break down film every Wednesday, kind of talk about, the details of the game, really break it down. All of us have either played or coached. And then, got this show with my boy Dub Raider, man. It's my favorite show where, we always talking ball, just having a conversation with my brother, man. So, definitely check me out. Go over there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Always try to give, authentic content to you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not the type that's going to sugarcoat it and fluff it up for you. I'm going to call it like I see it. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So that's how it is.
Yes, sir. And it's very much appreciated, man, because, you're speaking truth. You're not trying to make us feel like it's okay, kind of like you're not giving us participation trophies.
Oh yeah, none of that.
You're letting us know. So
right.
We definitely appreciate you. The Raider Nation, go ahead and follow Chris if you haven't yet. Check out the War Room. And as for me, obviously here with my boy Chris, Raider Nation's Weekly Wire. Also, there's a couple of episodes of the Raider Nation Roll Call that are out right now. I have one with Brian from from All In On a Wind as he goes for the 2 Guinness World Records.
Yeah,
so he's handling it out there.
He is, man. He's a beast, man. He's a machine.
Yes, he is. So I have an interview with him. It kind of like the halfway mark, and then also just dropped a few days ago the interview with Lorenzo from Raider Crusaders for the LA Takeover Part 2. Go ahead and check that out. Just to let everybody know, it originally was going to take place at the Hollywood Park Casino. Now it was moved to an indoor venue, which is called Quiet Cannon in the city of Montebello. If you're from the LA area, you know Quiet Cannon. Because of the weather here, it's kind of raining. It's unpredictable right now. So they moved it into an indoor venue. And it's a fire venue. It's amazing. It's a nightclub setting, VIP, everything. It's going to be great. So Raider Nation, go check that episode out. I believe I have a couple of Stogie Nations coming out. Don't know when, but doing the thing. Also, I'm going to be in Vegas this weekend for the Browns game. Probably going to be hanging out with some of the nation. I'm going to try and hook up with 805. And if you're up there, hit me up. Send me a DM on social media. Maybe we could hang out, do an interview, or do something. But yeah. So that's what we got going. Chris, again, thank you, brother.
Always.
Thanks for being here. Everybody, let's thank Louie.
Salute to Louie.
And again, Raider Nation, don't forget that everything we do is for the nation, by the nation.
Raiders!